I'm recording 2 podcasts in a day. Who is she? And of course, I had limited time to say it all. But we're going to do more Dollar Tree makeup here. There are still no new collections, which I am excited about. I think that's a great thing. So we have a time to get through all the other stuff that lives on the shelves. Maybe not permanently, but at least for a while. And I'm on the Be Pure kick right now because I haven't done a lot of content there. So I went through my basket and I pulled out everything that I have for eyes, eyebrows, and lashes. I've only tried one mascara. I don't like to try a bunch of mascaras because as a blogger, I always have way too many that are open and have been used, and that bothers me. So I've only tried one, but I'm going to take you through all of the things. So Dollar Tree has been steadily expanding the Be Pure makeup line. Sometimes the items do say Be Color. Most of the time it says Be Pure. It's all the same thing. And they've actually been expanding. Really, this has been the case. It's not just makeup. Like, yes, they sell a lot of makeup, but it's everywhere. So it's the hand sanitizers. I just picked up hair and body mists. They're styled like ginormous hand sanitizer sprays. I picked up their new dry shampoo, which is them duping Dove. It's all over the store, right? Just like in the health and beauty. And sometimes it's really hard to spot these new finds because they do sell out very quickly. And for example, I cannot find the Be Pure round cream eyeshadows. So that is not a part of this Substack here. This is really just liquid eyeshadows and some cream. And let me tell you, especially when it comes to liquid eyeshadows, some things are impressive and some things are quite inexperienced. So let's go through this roundup here, and I'm going to start with the Shimmering Liquid Eyeshadow. And there are 3 shades of these. And this is absolutely like my favorite product here in this entire lineup. I've tried every liquid eyeshadow I can possibly find from Dollar Tree. They're basically all bad. The Le Mercerie ones, if you remember, actually burn on the eyelid, and I'm not the only person that has said that. So when it comes to liquid eyeshadows, Ione's probably had the best thus far. They were so-so. They were satisfactory in comparison to everything else. And then these Shimmering Liquid Eyeshadows came along and just blew it all out of the water. And these are my new favorite. These are the best to date for sure. So these kind of make me think of, I guess the closest equivalent would be Stila. Stila is kind of the ones that really started that like shimmer liquid eyeshadow kick as far as I'm aware. And then you have other brands that follow suit like e.l.f. CoverGirl used to have some, so on and so forth, right? So one layer of these liquid eyeshadows give you plenty of color and sparkle, but they don't have a base, so they are sheer, more like a topper. You absolutely can build them up because that sparkly color is there. They're never going to be full coverage, but they are very impactful. And you can wear them on their own. You can pair them with a powder eyeshadow, whatever you want to do. You don't have to layer these up if you don't want to. Just know that they can and they don't get weird. And you're going to see that metallic finish. It's not going to disappear into the eyelid. It's not going to erase itself as you're trying to build it up, right? They're very easy to work with before they dry down. You get enough time to blend the edges or whatever you need to do. You're not racing against the clock, and once they set, they don't go anywhere. So literally at the end of the day, they look exactly the same as they did at the beginning of the day. There's no fading, cracking, creasing, or movement of any kind. They look amazing. They have a decent doe foot applicator, right? This isn't a situation where it's too large to get the job done or just the microscopic Dollar Tree. It's very comparable in size to, say, an e.l.f. or a Stila, so on or so forth. I can do what I need to do without making a mess, but I am more experienced than maybe the next person with these, right? They don't burn. They don't irritate the eyes. They are just really good. So the only thing I would say here, it's not a complaint. I'm just, poking fun, but we need more shades of these. Dollar Tree Be Pure. This should be a whole lineup. Like e.l.f. gives you, 8 shades out the go. We need some more of these. So 5 out of 5 stars for me. And the shades that we have are Ember, Mirage, and Frost. Now next, I'm going to do the Dual Cream Eyeshadow. These are just weird, okay? And what's even perhaps stranger than this is I had typed the name of these into a Google image search because I do take some images and I make a little carousel to advertise the Substack on Instagram and so on and so forth. And it turns out that Be Pure is not the only ones to make cream eyeshadows in this format. Some weird brand I never heard of came up as for sale at Walmart, probably through a third-party seller. And I'm just like, why? Why are we doing this? So definitely, if you're listening, take a look at the Substack and just look at these so you can see. So the packaging, it slides up, the stick slides up, kind of like a pocket knife would or an eraser. I hope you've seen an eraser like this before. So it's like unique for makeup, right? But overall, it's just strange. I'm just not understanding the concept of putting the two colors together in the rectangular stick. So basically what I do is I turn it on one particular side kind of heavy, depending if I want the darker color or the lighter color. If you were to just put it, I guess the tip, it's not a tip, it's flat, but straight onto the eye and just draw, it's not like it's going to place the lighter highlight color kind of like in the highlighted area of your eye, like near the brow bone, and the darker color where it should go. You're just going to get a line of both colors. It's hard to describe if you look at the picture. I just don't get it. So I usually rotate it right on my eye. So I'm drawing on the eyelid with the darker color and then turn it again. And I'm highlighting the brow bone with the lighter color. So the formula is very creamy. It is very like shiny, shimmery, metallic. It's not full coverage again. Like none of these Be Pure eyeshadow like products have a full coverage base. They're more of a topper. But it's really pretty. The highlight color that you get is really pretty as well. And there's 2 shades of these. Here's the issue. And this is going to be like reminiscent of Ione and their eyeshadow sticks. The formula does not set. It does not dry down. And it creases really bad. It's forgiving on me because both shades are very light and shimmery with no base. And I have very fair skin. So I'm looking closely in the mirror and I can tell it's creasing. But anybody around me is probably not seeing that. This was like a full-on like black matte pigment, then you'd see it for sure, right? That's very dramatic, but it would be very bad. So, I mean, it creases. The concept is just weird. I don't really know how they want you to use these things exactly. So it's like fun to look at. It's fun to use. Cute idea, but I'm not going to reach for these again, knowing that they crease and all of that. I'm going to put them to the bad bin. I think, you know, if you wanted to buy these and just use the lighter shade as a cream highlight, I mean, even then, what are you going to do with the other side of the stick? It's just not for me. I have enough makeup in my collection that I can do away with these. But the shades that these come in is Frosty Lilac and Pink Pearl. I've had Pink Pearl for about a year before I just recently found Frosty Lilac. I also want to say I can't find the photos of me wearing Pink Pearl on my eye. I just didn't want to use these again. They're just not that great. So I included in the Substack just a photo where I was wearing the Pink Pearl that day. I don't know. I have so many files. Sometimes things just happen, as with anybody else, like a YouTuber, you know. Always complain they lost the video shot. Things happen. So I don't feel inclined to try it again. And the pink is very light, especially on my fair skin. I mean, you're not missing a whole lot. I think you get the deal here. And I rated these 2 out of 5 stars. And if I didn't say for the previous liquid eyeshadow, 5 out of 5 stars. Next, we have the laminating brow gel set. So you get a clear brow gel, and then it comes with a little dual-sided comb action, which is very similar to the comb that you get with Ardell's brow glue. It also makes me think of Elf's, I can't think of the official name, the brow laminator comes attached. And I know that this product has gotten a lot of crap on social media. I remember seeing a viral reel on Instagram where somebody like put it on and acted like it was glue and they were laughing their heads off. I'm going to, tell you now, this is a very strong hold brow, clear laminating gel. I believe it's on Reddit. I'd seen a long time ago, like somebody said, like this will literally, if you don't like wash your eyebrows specifically, it will leave your brows like up for days. It does have very strong hold. It's probably one of the strongest holding products that I've ever used for $1.25. So yeah, it's going to hold the brows in place all day. And the formula is less wet, and I kind of like that in terms of like comparing it in my mind to some others that I've tried. This doesn't leave any residue on me, no flaking. It doesn't look weird. Once it's set, it dries. The brows stay lifted. It's very strong, as I said. But the thing is, it doesn't dry like stiff or crunchy. It actually dries very like sticky and tacky to the touch. And this is where it became a problem. I put this product on first, and some of it had gotten on my skin above the eyebrow. And then I went and put my foundation on. And when the foundation went over top of that sticky, clear stuff on my skin, it was a disaster and it looked terrible. And here I am, I'm just trying to like use my finger and see if it'll wipe the foundation and the sticky stuff away. It doesn't. So I'm going at it with the spoolie and it doesn't. I literally had to get some micellar water and just wipe off the makeup and everything at the top of my brow and try to patch it up. So I've learned a lesson. You know, perhaps put this brow gel on after you've done all your other makeup, but if you're going to do it before, be sure to wipe your skin off very well, okay? And of course, you know, you can use the comb or whatever you want, your fingers even, you know, you don't need a tool to flatten your eyebrows and get the laminated look. That's fine. The tool that they give you is fine, but if you don't want to do that, it actually gives you like a pretty nice, like fluffy, voluminous look, even though it's not a fiber product. So I thought it was nice. I mean, I'd use it again. The only thing I would tell them as feedback is maybe a little bit smaller spoolie. I'm thinking like a Benefit kind of brow product or Essence's brow gel, something a little bit smaller like that. But it's fine. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Now we have the color shifting eyeshadow. There's 2 of these. This is disappointing, and I would definitely just stick with the shimmer. What the hell are they called? See, I can't even remember. All the names here are very similar to me. I would stick with the Shimmering Liquid Eyeshadow if you're going to go with liquid eyeshadow from Be Pure. The color shifting eyeshadow, the 2 shades, is not as great. This also has a sheer base, and you can build these ones up too, and they're not going to get weird, but it doesn't improve the color impact at all. This one does have a very small applicator, and you will be dipping it back into the tube several times, trying to get your eye look done, especially if you're trying to do the whole eyelid. Anyway, that's a problem, but the real problem here is the name saying that it's color shifting. There's no color shift. Okay, y'all, I've tested the Chameleon Chrome from Wet n Wild. There's color shift there. Nothing happens here. I mean, even if you're looking at the tube, and oftentimes things look a lot better in the tube than they do once they're sheared out onto the skin. If you're looking at the tube, you're seeing gold reflect, like there's a glitter in these, you know, like Aurora has the gold and the pink, but it doesn't color shift there either. Now this product doesn't crease, that's fine. It does dry down pretty matte, which is interesting. It's like one of those, we've seen this before, products where like the base is matte, but then obviously has a shimmer in it. So it's not a lot of metallic, it's more on the glitter side. There's that. I just think there's better like multi-chrome or color shifting eyeshadows out there, especially at the drugstore for sure, maybe not so much Dollar Tree. So I gave these 2 stars, and as I always say, I'm probably being nice. And the 2 shades here are Aurora and Luna. And then finally here, out of the couple of mascaras that Be Pure does have, I tried the newer one. It was the Serum Infused Mascara in Bold Brown. I actually didn't pay attention, thought I was buying black. I'm going to test the mascara for the first time. I do prefer black, but whatever. I got brown, and I like a good brown mascara. So this is a really nice shade of brown. It's a true like coffee brown, but it doesn't pull black, so it's really nice. It has a large wand and it's tapered, kind of like triangular. I think it would be better if it was a little bit smaller, but that's okay. It is what it is. I have an issue with my packaging, and maybe I should try to find a video from somebody. I don't know how you'd really tell this, but either mine does not have a stopper, they didn't make them with stoppers, or my stopper got pushed in. So obviously my wand gets a ton of product on it, and I just try to wipe it off onto the neck of the tube. It is what it is. So in terms of the performance, though, it's in the middle. We all know Dollar Tree mascara is not it. However, I did get 2 of the 3 new Beauty Intuition ones that dupe L'Oreal that people are saying are the best mascara at the Dollar Tree. And just another side note here, I have tried Ione's, it's limited edition though, Rockstar mascara, and I thought that was okay as well. And obviously I got the Kokie one there, but that's the Kokie line made for Dollar Tree. And I don't really feel like that counts because Kokie's a big brand, and of course they make better mascara. But anyway here, I would say it's not the best, it's not the worst. I haven't tried the other Dollar Tree ones yet to say it's probably one of the better ones. You know, if I had to, I would use this product on a daily basis in my everyday makeup that, you know, I do for work, just to use the product up and empty it. But I'm not going to reach for it for a special occasion makeup look. You know, it's not really dramatic. I like something that's going to give a lot of length and volume and definition, all the things all at one time. You're going to get some length, not a lot of volume. It's not like it really makes a lot of claims because Dollar Tree packaging doesn't say a whole lot. So it is what it is. I can't tell you with mascara. I can't think of one that has like really smudged or flaked on me. I don't know if that's something particular about my anatomy or what it is. So I know that happens to a lot of people, and I feel like that should be included in a good mascara review. But I did not have that happen here. So I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. So what are my final thoughts here? It's a mixed bag, of course. That's always the case when we have a clear standout. The Shimmering Liquid Eyeshadows earned a spot in my makeup collection for sure. Those I am keeping. Absolutely good pigmentation, impressive staying power, easy application. I am keeping the laminating brow gel set too. I put that in with my other brow glues. I'm keeping the serum infused mascara right now. It's in the middle. It's usable, but it's not a favorite. The dual cream eyeshadows and the color shifting eyeshadows have gone to the bad bin. Then just not getting the experience that I was hoping to get. And that's it, you know, Dollar Tree makeup's kind of fun. Some days I just be looking crazy and people gotta wonder what the hell's going on. Everybody that's around me, everybody that I work with knows. If I'm looking wacky, I am almost always someday testing some sort of new to me makeup, and things are gonna happen. Things aren't going to work well. Sometimes you find a hidden gem and you can't believe it. And I'd like to do a post on that one day, maybe several posts on what are my favorite Dollar Tree makeup products, like the actual like things I'd want to stock up on and buy too many backups of. But you know, sometimes I try these things and I say, you know, I gave it a fair shot, and that's why I just don't want to go back and try that pink eyeshadow again. It's another day of a wasted eyeshadow look where you don't see a whole lot going on. So I don't think that we will be in bad shape by not having a picture there to share. So that's it. Is that pretty quick? That's 17 minutes. Well, there you go. I was feeling more passionate about these for sure. I had some more energy in this podcast. So I don't know what I want to do next time. I would say that my Ioni and my Be Pure baskets are very full, but I have odds and ends that I haven't gotten to. If you think I haven't bought it, I do. I have the ProLux stuff. I have many things from Beauty Intuition and, you know, all the different brands. So I gotta get on it. I'm thinking if I do like Be Pure blush, we're gonna be here all day. And if I do Be Pure lippies, we're gonna be here all day. So maybe those gotta be broken down, but I have a lot in that category, as well as dual lip and cheek products from Be Pure. And just some odds and ends. I've been getting into the hair stuff, you guys. The Amber Glow and some of the Be Pure things for the hair. So we're gonna have to do hair. Of course, I have nails. Oh my goodness. I need to stop while I'm ahead here and call it quits. But I will see you again. Thank you for listening.